Good morning and welcome to Jeannie's World. You know, if you're new to my channel, I talk a lot about me, and that is the title of my YouTube. Is a day in my life. And it's like I don't have very much connection with my children. They're all out busy living their lives and raising their families and working. And I live far away. So this is my way of connecting to my loved ones and to my friends. It's just we keep moving far away from each other. But got the weekend off from the flea market this week because it was raining. But on Wednesday, when we bought some of the other dealers things that they couldn't sell, a lot of it's trash, but we do find some good items. There was a feather, a white feather, and it was tattered and it was dirty. It was broken. And I am superstitious. You know, when you find a feather, that's a message from an angel, and their good things are going to happen. What about this tattered feather? It bothered me. But it was overall, it was a good day at the flea market. But at the end of the flea market, you know, Miles has taken away my chair and all the tables are gone. So I go and I sit down in the truck because I can't help him take down the cover that we have. And this big wind came in. It blew my door shut. And then I heard Miles holler because there was a lot of clattering and Miles hollered. He didn't holler for me. He just hollered with pain. And I hollered to him, "Do you need my help?" And his response is, "Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone." So when people want to be left alone, maybe I shouldn't leave them alone. So anyway, when he came and got in the truck and everything, I said, "What happens?" He said, "What do you care? You didn't come to help me." So, like I said, I made a mistake. What had happened, he has this piece of rebarb. It's got 3 forks on it, and he puts the pipes there, and that holds the top brace, and it holds the legs, both 2 cross braces and the leg. And when the wind blew, the rebarb hit him in the head and broke the skin on his face and gave him a 5-hour headache. But is that the end of the feathers? Bad omen? Not really. My daughter's car breaks, so she needs my car, and she needs it to take me to Bible study and do the things that she does and to drop off her car at the mechanic. Well, it was a very nice day, and she ran my gas out of my car. Did she refill it? No. You know, she lives in a $500,000 house, and I live in a little condo, and I work at the flea market. Money's tight on my end, but that's called unconditional love. But it was the car breaking that was part of the bad omen. So anyway, go to church yesterday because it rains. I don't have to work, so I can go to church and I can do what I need to do. Well, I would say about 2 years ago, I helped my half-sister, and I let her live with me. And she has sticky fingers, and she collects genealogy. So now I need my marriage license. I need Bob's death certificate. so that I can do a homestead on my property to lower my taxes. This one of the necessary evils of life. You have to prove you're a widow and, to get the widow's benefits. So anyway, I'm sitting in church. We finished sacrament meeting and we're just sitting there because this is the most unfriendly church I've been to. I figure somebody's going to come up and greet us and say, we're going to the next class, because being I work every Sunday and the way we were raised in the church is not the way they do church anymore. They've changed everything. So anyway, she comes and she sits down next to me and she starts screaming about the mopeds. Where are the mopeds? Well, I gave the mopeds away. I'm still paying for them, but I gave them away because they were no benefit to me. I can't even stand up without falling sideways. What do I want to do? Get on the street and ride a moped? But in the beginning, when she came to live with me, she looked terrible. Her eye bags were down to here, and she was so skinny and everything. I got a lot of nutritious food in my house, and I'm big on nutrition. I'm a wellness advocate, and yes, I'm fat because I love sugar. I'm addicted. I hate to admit that, but I'm addicted to sugar, and I'm a diabetic, and I'm on insulin. No excuse. I should have more discipline on myself. Period. More discipline on myself. But that's another subject for another day. So anyway, she gets well, and she's supposed to help me out with $500 a month on the utilities and things. But it seems like she always needs these $500 to go back to Texas, because Texas is where she gets her drugs. She didn't have any connection here. Little did I know. Oh, you got to go to Texas. Oh, you got to take care of your house. Oh, yeah. Oh, here, don't give me any money, okay? And she needs a job, but she has no transportation. Well, I'm not going to give her my car. When you loan somebody your car, you know what happens to the car. Your car needs a wellness advocate by the time they're finished with it. So anyway, I decided to buy 2 mopeds, one for her, one for me. We could go out and enjoy life, and she could find a job and have transportation to work. So she has one of her hospital episodes, and I know I've already figured out what the problem is, and I'm not happy about it because, I had my issues with my son, and so I'm a little bit knowledgeable. Him, unconditional love. Her, she better get her act together. And my son got his act together. Praise the Lord. Anyway, she's laying in the hospital bed, and she's talking about how bad her legs are and how much pain she has in her legs and how difficulty she has with this and that. And I mean, just major pain from her head to toe, but mostly in her legs. And I think to myself, maybe a moped for her is not a good idea. And it's in my name. And so therefore I would be responsible if she did something. So I changed my mind reluctantly about giving her a moped. But she didn't live here very much longer. That time she had found an 89-year-old boyfriend, and she was never home anymore anyway. She was gone in the morning at 7 and home at 10 o'clock at night. And she wasn't my companion anymore. She had found a sugar daddy. Anyway, back to my story. So Miles and I are sitting there in church, and we're kind of waiting for direction if we want to go. I thought there was a class I thought he needed to take so he could learn about my religion, but they didn't have it the day they were having Sunday school. Anyway, so nobody came and directed us, but my half sister, she came and she sat down beside me. And she started, I'm going to sue the moped place. They took $750 from me. If I remember correctly, she gave me $150 and she owed me $500. So when I canceled putting her name to the moped, I kept my $150 and I forgave the rest of the deal. So here now she's screaming, she needs $750 and she's going to get it one way or the other. Well, I need my husband's death certificate and I need my marriage license. And the holiest of holy places in the chapel of the church, she's on my case, lying to me about the money that she paid to the moped. I got it on my credit card. What can I say? And then she turns around and lies to me and tells me she doesn't have my papers. Okay? She never went into my room. I remember I had these beautiful rugs in my bedroom. And I went in there one day and they were gone. And I turned around and they were in her room. For somebody who never comes into my room, I guess my carpets just magically, oh, I'm a genie, so I guess I have flying carpets. And they just flew to her room. Okay, so I am really angry at this. And instead of directing us to the new class, you know, she saw she wasn't going to get $750 from me. And the only medicines I take is insulin. And I give myself a shot. And she said, you accused me of taking your pills where you had just misplaced them. Well, I don't take pills. I'm sorry. So that kind of got under me. And I know I'm ranting. And I know you don't have to listen, so it's okay. You can just turn me off any old time you feel like it. So that crazy woman, yeah. Anyway, so that incident, we just got up and we left the church. You know, if somebody can lie so hard and to start causing trouble in the sanctuary of the church, you know, take this energy that I was feeling in my heart because of this behavior and move it. Just go home. Don't, you know, I'm truly blessed. There were good things that she did bring to my life. She's not totally bad. It's just right now I'm just kind of angry. But so that's cool, right? Life is good. So my my house is a wreck because Miles and I are organizing for our next 4 flea markets. We want to do NASCAR memorability. We have some Dale Hart and his son's steins and some flags and some books. And then after that, we want to start working on Easter. And then I got all these shells and beautiful plants and things, and I want to do a nautical. So we got the house destroyed and we're boxing everything accordingly to where we want. And I am still working on the jewelry. It's amazing. And so I get up to cook supper. No, that's not true. That is not true. I wasn't cooking supper. I had the star fruits, as you can see in my other video. since we did not get to work Saturday and we did not get to work Sunday, we were unable to sell the star fruits. They were beautiful, but the problem is they ripe very quickly. So I gave a lot of them away, but I still had this big, huge tub of them. So I said, okay, I'm going to make jelly. So I peeled them before church and put the sugar on them to wilt the sugars out. They smell so good. I was watching this one lady. So I get ideas how to cook it. And she goes, oh, this stuff tastes so bad. It smells so bad. I'll never do it again. It tastes good and it's sweet. But if you have kidney problems, don't eat star fruit. It's not beneficial for you. It does have a lot of minerals and vitamins in it, but it's got something that affects the kidneys in it too. So I know I keep going. I have so much to say. Anyway, so I started cooking it down, and the night before, I told Miles, I smell like plastic is burning, and I got plastic spatulas, but nothing's burned. I'm good at burning those, so I know the smell very well. And so the stove is smelling again, and it goes pop, and my stove never works again. So I guess what I'm saying is maybe I believed in that feather too much, and it threw in the law of Murphy. I want to do something on this stupid phone, but I got to turn the light on. It always goes off. Okay, there we go. I'm not very tech, so you'll never get any fancy videos from me because, number one, I watch videos for information, and they get so technical and they get so carried away, and they do so much filibuster and all of this stuff, and they make the pretty signs and all of that. You would probably never see that from me because I'm a to the point kind of person. If I want to talk about something, I'm going to tell you about it. So here's what I want to know. Murphy's Law.
According to the Sydney Morning Herald, but now a panel of experts has provided the statistical rule for predicting the law of anything that can go wrong, will go wrong, or 20xax1.
21. Murphy's Law. If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. So right now we kind of been in the Murphy's Law with Miles getting hurt, my stove blowing up, and Donna's car breaking up, and then Chrissy coming to take advantage of me, and I guess I was supposed to agree with her. It's not going to happen. We just thank God for our blessings, get our hearts straight, and go on from there. So that is what I wanted to talk about. Today was Murphy's Law. When things go wrong, as they will, we still have to keep the hope and the faith and the smile on our face with these things that come about us. We didn't get to work this weekend, but we shared some blessings with other people. And I don't know. I need to quit talking. I've already ranted enough. And I apologize for my hard feelings. But to remove them, you have to express them. Then you have to forgive yourself. And then you have to forgive the other person. The mopeds are in good hands. I'm still paying for them because they cost me $3,000. I gave one to one person, and then I sold the other one at a really deep discount so he could make it back and forth to college. So both of the people who got the benefits of my mopeds, they're busy going to school and preparing for life. So that's the best use of my money and my mopeds. And God bless you. And keep watching. You never know what I'm going to say. Uh, uh, I give advice, I take advice, and I just share my life. And I hope you have the best life ever.